Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now it's 1st of June and everybody's judging and examining the new Thronebreaker calendar. Now initially I thought I will not make a video about it, however it has seemingly been a focus of many players to discuss this, and I have been receiving a lot of questions about it and what do I think. And the reason why I didn't want to make a video in the first place is because just purely honestly, on my own personal opinion, I'm not impressed with it, but it's also not kind of like that big of a deal to kind of like blow it out of proportion. But comparatively speaking, this calendar is, in my personal opinion, significantly worse as to what Thronebreaker calendar represented at the time of implementation. Like, the way I look at these things is, since this is something that is going to remain in the game for a year, how I will be looking at this half a year down the line and a year down the line, let's say. And it already is, in my personal opinion, relatively insignificant, unexciting, if that makes sense. The two highlights of this calendar, obviously, are the, what is it, 5%? I think it's about 5%. Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha. And the total of, in this month's case, 3,000 6-star shards. So they have doubled the amount of 6-star shards you get on the extra days, and they have added in some 6-star shards on basically weekly basis for the first 3 weeks. Other than that, the fact that they went from 5% Tier 5 CC to 11% Tier 5 CC is, completely irrelevant to me. Tier 5 CC is, not that scarce of a resource anymore, especially if you're Paragon, I would like to believe. And on the downside, things that I absolutely dislike about this calendar is the fact that they have removed Tier 4 class catalysts, Tier 5 basics, Tier 2 alpha shards, and there's still, every second day basically is some sort of version or form of gold, and still insignificant amounts of it. They have not improved the revive situation, for instance. They haven't improved the energy refill situation. So all in all, it's not something that I'm gonna scream and shout about, but when I was trying to get it, this looks meh from day one. So day 150, 5 months down the line, I'm sure it's going to be ever so less relevant, if that makes sense. And there's also a mathematical reason. I'm not just throwing it, out of thin air. And the reason for it is because if a Thronebreaker calendar awarded you with 5% Tier 5 CC crystal and you needed 1 Tier 5 CC to rank up, then within a space of 20 months of not doing anything else, absolutely, you would get 1 new rank up, because it also awarded you some Tier 2 alphas, it awarded you some Tier 5 basics, and I know that obviously your Tier 5 CC would be split in between 6 different classes, but I'm kind of offsetting that by the idea of that you're meant to acquire these resources in different ways. But the fact of the matter is that over the course of 20 months with the Thronebreaker calendar, when it was first introduced, you could acquire 1 full rank up of the rarest resource that's required. You would basically get 100% of Tier 5 CCs distributed in 20 crystals. And in this case, it's 3 times worse, because within 20 months of not acquiring these Tier 6 basics, Tier 3 alphas in any other fashion, not only we would not get any of the other rank up materials required, we wouldn't get the Tier 5 basics from here, we wouldn't get any, Tier 2 alphas, we wouldn't get any, whatever else, Tier 4 class catalyst, which is required to get the champions up to, let's say, rank 3. But we would also only earn 1 catalyst, which is 1/3 of a rank up. So it's kind of 3 times worse, if you ask me, because we need 3 of Tier 6 basics, we need 3 of Tier 3 alphas, and within 20 months we can only form 1. So we would need 60 months to effectively get enough of the rarest catalyst by relying on this to kind of like rank up the champion. Previously, 20 months awarded you 100% of tier 5 CC frags. Obviously, again, they would be dispersed, but you know, that kind of interacts with the rest of the environment in the game where you earn materials. That is to say, this calendar effectively is 3 times less as impactful in regards of the top rarity rank up items than the Thronebreaker calendar was. So the change there from 5% tier 5 CC monthly to 11% tier 5 CC monthly, it's kind of ridiculous. You know, you'd kind of expect a 25% crystal in there or something. And the fact that these are guaranteed 5 or 6 stars, I always look at the worst possible case scenario, because in X amount of years playing this game, I have never gotten the higher one from these crystals. So we got one of these crystals a month. Initially it was 3 or 4 star champions, then it changed to 4 or 5 star champions. Now it's 5 or 6 star champions. But I have yet to get the higher star. I didn't get a single 4 star from the first ones. I didn't get a single 5 star from the Thronebreaker ones. So I'm not, you know, putting much hope in this basket that I'm gonna get any 6 stars from these crystals either. So that is where I stand. I don't think it's the biggest of deals and stuff like that, but you know, comparatively speaking of the improvement, you know, obviously there are these rank 4 materials and some more 6 star shards, but on the flip side, there are a lot of things worse about this calendar than the Thronebreaker calendar. And comparatively speaking, for instance, with the improvement in the Paragon 4-hour crystals and Paragon daily crystals, this is by far the worst, the least impactful one. Because again, if you're a Paragon, quite frequently you can get like 10% or 20% tier 5 CC from a single daily one. Right, and that is already more than this entire calendar offers, basically. You can also get some rank, well, rarely, but you can pull some 6 star shards. I have gotten 5,000 6 star shards within the first month of Paragon being, so that's already more than this calendar. Basically, I'm saying, or what I'm trying to say is that I would take, I don't know, 10 or 15 Paragon daily crystals over anything and everything that is in this calendar combined. And that's not a good look, I'd say. I don't think that's a great look. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I don't want to be like too pessimistic. Again, it's nice, some 6 star shards, sweet. I'm definitely not gonna, you know, cry and petition for Kabam to improve it. It's just, I'm gonna care a lot less about this calendar than I ever did. When Thronebreaker calendar came out, you know, it was fun to look forward some things. With this one, just don't care. You know, you get what you get, and it's just not the thing. It's similar to how Summoner Advancement rewards used to be such an important big deal, but now you just don't care. You don't even really notice when it's. You used to look forward to Thursdays when you get your Summoner Advancement rewards, because those were some of the biggest rewards you earn weekly. And at this point in the game, you know, they have become so outdated that you just don't really care. They mean very, very little. And that's fine, because it's replaced by different things, by different items. And calendar, unfortunately, right now, again, is just drifting, for me, as a Paragon player, in obscurity. I just do not care about it, you know. It's nothing important. I think that again, I think ultimately the thing that I care about there the most is the 100 units still. And 3,000 6 star shards. Yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna catch you guys later. So yeah. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next